Good evening, everybody. We apologise for that beginning. I've changed PCs.
I know it was a bit trippy because literally I was hearing about 15,000 reverb going through, and it was just mental. But we just know that it doesn't work off Sam's laptop.
No, we just know that my laptop microphone is complete rubbish.
Hmm.
So, right. So I'm just sharing, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Well, hopefully this will be a lot better. It'll be straight away the sound quality is completely different, and so that's good. Um,
Yeah, we'll have to continue. Obviously, we're just sharing, guys. But like, we just apologies. We're just kind of like getting used to like talk because we haven't done a Facebook Live in a little while, so it's a bit like weird.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we it's a new program and it's a little bit hairy fairy sometimes, but we seem to have got it working now. We know that not to do it off Sam's laptop
Sam's
to start.
crappy
Yeah,
netbook.
yeah. So we'll start again. So I do apologise if it's just repeating ourselves. Welcome to the first or second attempt for PSHRadio lives doing it this format. The reason we are doing this format for tonight is due to scheduling issues. Our guest on the radio show couldn't make it, so we thought in our wisdom that we would try something different, and obviously the first attempt proved that it sometimes doesn't work that well.
Yeah.
But we're now back on it. So, like we were saying, what we're doing here at PSH Radio, because of obviously the lockdown and everything like that, we've had time to reevaluate, look at what we're doing. We've decided the approach that we want to do on the radio side. So we've got new microphones. We've got a desk, mixing desk called the Rode Podcaster Pro, which everything goes in. All the microphones on the radio show are XLR cabled, so it goes straight in that, so we can control the sound levels. If we've got a guest phoning in, we can control their sound levels. So the crispness and the sound quality is going to be.
Did you say Christmas or Christmas?
Crisper.
It sounded
Not
like you said
Christmas.
Christmas on my end. Barely
No,
for that.
no, not Christmas. Sorry, Sam's obviously just losing the plot tonight, so I do apologise,
Yeah.
viewers. But yeah, so we've got this new sound desk which we've tested and it works perfectly. The new sound and the new setup, we will be doing that next Thursday. Keep a lookout for on the Facebook page to see who our guest is, and that will be announced Wednesday.
Because of course we announce our guests on Wednesday, and that's now, guys. Because of course it's kind of like tonight, because we don't want like where before we used to just. Don't we? We just used to put event out, but this time obviously we're not, because like tonight, unfortunately, the guest can't make it, so no one knew who our guest was, so it's tough. No one's there. They'll have to wait till we have the date set.
Yeah, so we're trying this format. And what the thing that we've been discussing is this format could be another area to what we do on PSH Radio. So we can invite people on, but we are going to be sticking to the traditional radio show where you just hear us. We won't be going down the lines of doing radio shows like this on a weekly basis. We will be doing specials like this because we have got some interesting people lined up, which we think the medium of this the way we're doing it on this will benefit those sort of that. with the radio show, it's just going to be the traditional. We're going to stick to that format because that's what I believe we do best. Plus, I don't really want to be looking at my ugly mug on live every single time. So that's always a bonus. But yeah, so it's been a strange time, like for everybody at the moment. As I was saying when we did attempt number one, I've been sort of on site self-isolated since I got back from New Orleans because it was all kicking off. The whole of the COVID-19 was kicking off. So I've had a long time to look where we want to go. We took the decision to not come back on the air so quickly. We took that decision because we wanted to make it right. We wanted to have a plan set out. So myself and Sam discussed. We went through it. We spoke to a few other people, got their input, and then when we were ready, we came back live. So we've been live back now for 5 weeks.
I think this is our 6th week.
6 weeks. So I hope everybody's enjoying listening it, and I'm hoping people are still joining in, coming on to this live. But yeah, so this is just a different spin for tonight. We will be using this going forward a little bit more. But as you say, we'll be live on our normal slot on Spreaker every Thursday at 9 p.m. British Standard Time. But yeah, so the sound quality was my biggest thing that I wanted to sort. So that's why we've taken our time, and that's why we've invested in PSHRadio, what in the way we have to give our listeners the better sound quality that you can possibly have. And we did a final test using the system this afternoon, and it worked really well. And we sent it out, and we got some feedback from other people that we sent the pre-recorded to, just to see what their sound, to get feedback from other people. So that's great. So next Thursday, normal, we'll announce the guest on the Wednesday, and then we'll be live on the Thursday at 9 o'clock. But hopefully people that will be listening will notice a big change in the sound quality and the production value of the show.
Yeah.
Because that's what me personally I like to get right for everybody, because you know what it's like, Sam. You there's so many radio shows, podcasts that are out there at the moment. So we have to feel that we want to give everybody something a little bit different. I'm not one thing. Don't get me wrong. Everybody that does this sort of thing is truly amazing, because it's the strangest thing to be talking to a screen and whatever.
Yeah.
I like doing the radio side of it because it's my passion. It's what I enjoy, and Sam's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I know it seems like Sam just speaks a little bit at the start, and then I'm ending a waffle. But Sam's the one doing all the behind the scenes, making sure that it runs as smoothly as possible. I'm just a mouthpiece. I just talk, and I hope that is what people are enjoying, really. But like we say, if you've got any comments, how you want to see things, if you want us to do more of these, let us know. Comment, share this, and we just go from there. Because as we always say, the radio, PSHRadio is for you guys. It's nothing to do with my ego, Sam's ego, or whatever. We do it because we enjoy it. We do it because hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and the feedback that we've had over the years doing this, because PSHRadio in different forms has been going for how long, Sam?
6 years.
6 years.
We just turned 6, and
Yeah.
are we still in May?
I have no idea. Like we said earlier, each day's just blurring into one at the moment.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. One of those crazy COVID things. It's just
Yeah.
like you sort of get into a routine. I don't know what Sam feels is that you get into a routine, and each day just blends into one, and you just you entertain yourself in different ways. Mine seems to be online shopping and fiddling around with gadgets and gizmos,
Yeah.
and that's what I enjoy. But you have to have an outlet, because if you didn't do anything, it would be one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I'd be sat there at the kitchen table rocking and eating Fruit Loops with bourbon on them and just
Yeah.
talking to myself. And that's one key thing about this is you've got to have a mental attitude, because which I have struggled. Everybody that knows the show and everybody knows me personally, I have struggled over the years with that. And it's the support that you have. Don't be afraid to talk to people, because that's the key as well. So yeah.
Just a little bit, guys, because I know certain people have shared it to a certain group. You can go onto the live stream on Facebook, and you can just click on Allow StreamYard, and you can comment that way. If you do have any questions, we will answer them. And a big shout out to Mally, because she's just commented in the Sage Tribe group that unfortunately she can't watch because the kids won't go to sleep. So there we go. Give a shout out to Mally.
Yeah, like we said, we've got some regular listeners that we love, and the biggest thing that we wanted to basically discuss tonight is obviously we've don't really give you an update what's happening behind the scenes at PSHRadio. That you see obviously the radio show goes out. You see myself and Sam on various other networks doing interviews and stuff like that. People comment and stuff like that. But the most amazing thing for a little show like ours to be asked for the second year on the trot to be the official broadcaster for Sage Paracon. That's amazing, because it is the biggest paranormal convention in the UK. Tickets are still available. You can go to www.sageparacon.co.uk. Amazing lineup this year, but we're doing it. And one thing when when MJ announced us as the official broadcaster is we wanted to do something that we've been trying for the last couple of years to do with the live shows at the event, and the system and the equipment that we've invested in is going to make that so much easier when we're actually on site at Coombe Abbey. We'll be able to bring the benefits sound quality from the studio that we have to Sage. So we'll be able to have proper microphones, cables. We'll have everything set up. Connection wise, we've got sorted. So we're not going to have the few issues that we had where we had to basically stand on a chair holding the phone in the air trying to get Wi-Fi, like we had issues last year.
Still might have to stand on a chair to put the banner up, but that's me.
Well, that's because you're a short ass, and that's because you're a short ass. So yeah, so we done that, and we want to bring the best possible show that we can do for you guys, because we do it for you. That's it. I know I keep banging on about this, but we do. We do the show not for our own self-belief or smoke being blown up our whatsits or whatever. We do it because we enjoy it. We do it because we like to do it for you guys. So, isn't that right?
Yeah. And I've got a message. I'm sorry, but we're not announced as earlier we said in the Facebook lives. Now, as guests don't get announced till the Wednesday of before they get done. So before they get done.
You can see why now I do the talking and Sam does all the technical.
Yeah. I just get like my mind just goes blank though, don't it? So sometimes
It does. But that's the good combination that we have. It's because I know that I can like people say I can waffle till the cows come home. When it's about something I'm passionate about, or when I'm talking to somebody that I find fascinating, or even have a small interest of what they do, not just on the ghost to spirit side, but all areas of the paranormal, from cryptids to obviously everybody knows I'm a big passionate into UFOs as well, so that's why I'm wearing I Believe t-shirt at the moment. But so yeah, we got, and through the radio we've got to meet some interesting people that have now become really good friends of ours, and we can rely on that to be able to get a true, honest feedback, and that's the best thing about it. But it's we're not just about the radio. We're trying to bring all sides of PSHRadio out a little bit more. We're probably late to the party that everybody else has been doing for a long time, but we don't like to rush things.
No,
we
like to research into things, don't we? And
yeah,
see if it'll benefit us and the show.
Exactly, and we don't want to bring something. I know we had a bit of a hiccup with the first one, but those things happen. But what we don't want to do is we want to bring you production quality, sound quality, interesting subjects, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we're doing other things. I've been lucky personally to be asked to be interviewed by a couple of other stations. We've got some shows that will be coming out on other networks, talking to myself and Sam, and then there's ones that I've done on my own as well, and I've got 4 or 5 lined up for the next few weeks. So that's keeping me busy. That's keeping me sane. I just got to shave more because I look quite scruffy when I do these things. Because when we do the radio show, I don't have to worry what I look like. So yes, I have to be a little bit more okay. How do we try to pretty this thing up? So, but yeah. Anything else you want to discuss?
Don't know. Do you want to discuss anything really?
Well, I think we just wanted to just push this out there, see what we got feedback, and we want honest feedback. So please either comment on this at the moment while we're still live, or send us messages or on social media side, and just let us know. We're looking for feedback. We want to basically improve. So, and we're open. We're not gonna go throw our toys out the pram if we get any negative feedback, because what's the point? We're asking for the feedback because we want to know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and that's what we want, because we want to improve and get this out there. I'm loving the broadcast. I'm so glad to see you guys back on air. We miss you, and that's our good friend from Las Vegas that's just commented, and I can't wait to get back out there and meet up with a lot of our friends in that magical city. And I do miss Vegas, but yeah. It will happen. I've got to have my Vegas. I've got to have my Vegas fix.
We've got to have a Vegas fix.
Well, you've got to have your.
I've got to try out my Vegas fix.
Yeah, I have certain other reasons I need to get back to Vegas, because I need to. Hi Lou and Ian from sunny Cornwall. Obviously lose.
Everyone's like jumping in now.
Lou's obviously hijacked Ian's Facebook account. But yeah, once we can travel, once I can travel and get down there, I'm going to Cornwall. Other things coming up in the future for us is hopefully, if the travel is allowed, and I can fly, I hope to be attending Michigan Paracon at the end of August. So yeah, that's my next major thing. I do hope, and obviously we've got Sage in November, Sage Paracon in November. So we've got those, and then obviously whatever comes up, then it's going to be a different world when we come out of this COVID, Sam, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a very different world. Face masks. My face is not shaped for a face mask.
Yeah, but you've brought a difference now, so hopefully.
Yeah. These ears don't seem to like straps. Because I bought a face mask and my ears sort of went like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a strange outcome coming out of this, and I also think that when we come out and go back and doing the paranormal stuff, that's going to be slightly strange as well. Yeah. As people have been discussing and we've been having chats and conversations, this is probably the longest period of time that most of us haven't actually investigated. We're sticking to the advice. We're staying indoors. We're staying safe. We're protecting the NHS. Because I don't personally want to catch whatever this horrible thing. Long time no speak. Hope you guys are keeping well. Stay safe. Ready for a brave new world. Thanks, Ashley. Nice to you to pop in a message. It's nice to hear from you. Yeah, I think paranormal wise is going to be slightly different. Obviously, there's going to be social distancing. Who would have thought 3-4 months ago everybody would be talking social distancing? It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like we've had discussions with a few guests now, haven't we? Like, people might agree who's listening to this live, obviously, who do paranormal investigating. Hopefully, the activity in some of these haunted locations is up a bit, because, of course, nobody's going into these buildings. So, the spirits have probably got a little bit of a rest from everybody, like, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you see you?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You look at the planet. You look at Venice, crystal blue water in Venice, dolphins in Venice. You look at
Blackpool.
Yeah, you look at the sky at the moment. Very few planes in the sky. I think the planet is rebooted, is having chance to reboot itself. And I'm hoping when we get back to doing what we love to do in creepy, dark, wet, horrible places where we go out and research and investigate and try to prove what we believe in different ways, different manners, whatever your belief system is, whether you're into your crystals, whether you're into your tech, whether you're just old school. Great. I am excited and kind of apprehensive to see how things will progress, because it could be just bang. Exactly. And yeah, thanks, Ashton. Ashley, give us a shout. We'll have a catch up. But yeah, it's strange. It's a strange world, and I think personally, we're gonna come out better for it. And people, please, one thing, and I'm not trying to preach to you guys. Don't believe everything you read on Facebook. Or you will go crazy. If you believed every post about this horrible pandemic, you would be literally one flew over the cuckoo's nest. So just stay safe. Try, if you can, be at home with your loved ones, or if you are going out to work, please take all the precautions you need. Because in the last few days, I've had news of a family tragedy on my brother's wife's side due to this illness, and it was a bit of a shock. But yeah, just try and be safe, and just we all want to come out this at the other end safe, healthy, and whatever.
Yep.
Don't we?
Yeah.
And then we can get back to what we love doing, and that's freaking ourselves out in the dark, trying to communicate with things that people think we're mental to do. Because I have friends on like that aren't into the paranormal, and they think I'm mental. They literally do think I'm completely and utterly nuts. But it's a passion. It's sort of been with me for a long, long time. Yes, obviously my other passion is golf and travel, but the paranormal's always been there, and it's kind of weird. It's how it grabs you, how it connects to you. Everybody starts their paranormal path in different ways, and we're all on the same path, but slightly on different tangents. But yeah, it's going to be fun, and obviously we've got friends all around the world. Communicating, like communication's another thing, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
Who would have heard of Zoom, house party, all these various different ways of communicating?
Loads of quizzes,
Loads
lockdown
of
quizzes.
and yeah, I love doing the quizzes, but that's keeping everybody sane. And it's just crazy the way you think how at the moment the world has changed. And I'm hoping when we get out the other side that some of these things will carry on. People are being nice to each other.
Yeah.
Be respectful when you go out. When I've literally tried to limit the amount of times I've gone out. But I've not had a bad experience. I've like filled my car up. I've been shopping. Thank God everything gets delivered. You can get deliveries to the door, and so food wise is fine, and everything else is that. It's amazing. It's crazy, but the communication. It's kind of weird to watch people. And you see people seeing people when you're out on the streets, and they see somebody they know, and they're 2 meters apart, and they're talking, and then they make sure they're not in the way, and all this sort of stuff. So it's a crazy time, but it's what we got to do to get out the other side.
Yep.
And I'm zooming for my witch glasses. Exactly. Who would have thought that? And obviously, what we're on now.
Yeah.
Nobody heard of this before the pandemic, and obviously now everybody's using it. Okay, we're slow to the party, but like we said, it's crazy. It's crazy, but we're going to end this here now, and I just want to say thank you for all the comments. Thanks for everybody joining us. Do let us know if you're enjoying this and you want us to do more of these, because we can do these as and when.
Yeah.
And anything you want to do, you want to hear on the radio, any guests that you have that you think would be good, let us know.
His diary is literally fully booked though, guys, near enough. So,
but if we can do pre-records, we can do special shows and stuff like that. We do have some special shows coming up, as we said earlier. But yeah, just thanks for everybody sticking with us. Thanks for everybody tuning in for this weird experiment for us, what we're doing tonight. Stay safe. Stay indoors if you can. And much respect and love to you guys. And comment, send us messages, various different things. And just be safe. And I think Sam will agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.